Nothing more than your everyday garbage container. I'm not exactly dying to open it, but let's see what's inside. I hope it smells better inside than outside. Bags of trash, old newspapers. Ooh, this could be totally usable. Almost a whole stick of butter. And no, nothing else in there looks recyclable, at least for now. Yeah, maybe if I grease the knot, it'll come loose. Presto, it's untied. With all that effort to untie it, I'm not leaving it there. That won't do any good. Yeah, good idea. Done. I'm not very tempted by the idea of chit-chatting with more military types, but if I have no other choice... Huh. This guy's reading. I hope that good habit makes him act nicer than his cohorts. Hello there.
Marine Zachariah O'Connor, at your orders, sir.
What do you mean, at my orders?
Pardon my indiscretion, sir, but I know a superior officer when I see one, even if he's disguised in plain clothes, sir.
Jeez, how funny. Why do you think that?
Because you wear flashy colors to draw attention to yourself, sir. And that is precisely what nobody would expect of a soldier going incognito, sir. If you allow me to make a remark, I believe that was a very intelligent idea, sir.
Well, if you say so. By the way, you could try not to yell when you're talking.
Impossible, sir. I'm hard of hearing, and if I don't speak up, I run the risk of not knowing what the devil I'm saying, sir.
Okay.
Let's see. What do I say to him now?
Soldier O'Connor.
Sir, yes, sir.
You didn't happen to see a girl dropping out of the sky today by any chance?
No, sir. I always wear my ball cap this way, so I'm usually blind as a bat, sir.
Why don't you wear a hat that lets you see?
It's a lumberjack custom to protect our eyes, sir. Keeps the sawdust out on the one hand, and on the other, it keeps the bird doo-doo away when you climb a tree, sir.
What in the good Lord's name can you do for your army if you're half deaf and blind as a bat?
My main task is as a lookout, sir. I used to work as a lumberjack before enlisting, and there's no one in this regiment who can climb a tree as fast as me, sir.
So you climb trees to spy on people? When I see the colonel, I'll have you tried for treason.
You are hilarious, sir. A deaf spy, sir. High treason. Your lady friend must bust her gut with you, sir.
My lady friend?
I meant that girl disguised as a waitress, whose body I couldn't describe without making an indecent comment or two, sir. I'm sure that she's actually an MP with the mission to weed out soldiers who hit the booze too much, sir.
I'd like to see you climb a tree.
With pleasure. But I need rope to do that, and I don't have any here, sir.
Take me to the camp.
Shoot, sir, I can. People would be surprised to see a civilian snooping around. Someone would recognize you and it would mess up your plans, sir.
Well, whether I'm recognized or not is my problem.
I know you're testing me, and I'll end up with my butt in jail if I fall into your trap. So I'm forced to say, no, sir.
I was told that nobody would bug me if I came in with Soldier O'Connor.
No, sir. Only Professor Pignon is authorized to enter the camp with me, sir.
Who's Professor Pignon?
I've never seen him, sir. I only know that when he gets here, I'm supposed to drive him to the camp and remain at his orders as long as he's on the island, sir. Ah, and I was given a photo. Look.
Which one is he? The monobrow with the wart?
No, sir. The old one is Professor James Simon. Good guy. He retired a year ago, more or less.
So, Pignon is the young one.
Gee, sir, you are a sharp tack. I never would have guessed that in my life.
Have you considered I could have you drawn and quartered for giving away confidential info?
You've got me between a rock and a hard place, sir. I'm damned if I lie, and I'm damned if I tell the truth. I'm just a foot soldier who can't compete with your devilish West Point logic, sir.
Do you know how he'll get here?
I guess you'll be tired, sir.
I meant, what mode of transportation will he arrive in?
I don't know, sir. But whether by plane, train, boat, or swimming, you can't deny he'll be tired. Especially if he comes swimming, sir.
Let's talk about something else.
As you order, sir.
Got a piece of chalk on you?
No, sir, but at school, I learned to make them. It's quite complicated, sir. You have to grate a bit of plaster, mix it with gum arabic, and place the mixture in a test tube, sir.
Okie doke. So, what's the complicated part?
That's all, sir.
I see. Hey, I have another question, O'Connor. Return to your position, soldier, and remember, I'm watching you.
At your orders, sir!
Soldier O'Connor.
Sir, yes, sir.
There's something else I want to know about Professor Pignon.
My ignorance is at your disposal, sir.
I want you to give me the photo of Professor Pignon.
Shoot, sir. If I gave it to you, I wouldn't recognize him when he gets here. So I'd be going against the orders the colonel gave me. And as far as disobeying someone, I'd rather it be you, who I hardly know, sir.
Let's talk about something else.
As you order, sir.
Don't you miss your career as a lumberjack?
Especially the red and black plaid shirts, sir. As for the rest, they let me climb trees whenever I want here. So when I get homesick, I scale a phone pole and makes me feel better, sir.
I'd like to see you climb a tree.
With pleasure. But I need rope to do that, and I don't have any here, sir.
So you climb trees to spy on people? When I see the colonel, I'll have you tried for treason.
You are hilarious, sir. A deaf spy. Sir, high treason. Your lady friend must bust her gut with you, sir.
My lady friend?
I meant that girl disguised as a waitress, whose body I'm sure that she's actually an MP, with the mission to weed out soldiers who hit the booze too much, sir.
Return to your position, soldier, and remember, I'm watching you.
At your orders, sir!
I'll try to find that cove Lokilani told me about. Maybe her friends can help me out. Well, unless I'm lost, this must be them, and I'm willing to bet the guy with the surfboard is Knife. I'm gonna go check it out. Hey, you're Knife, right?
Sure am, mate. Have we met?
Actually, I haven't, but I've heard about you.
Gnarly, mate. My fame back at the University of California remains. I'm not surprised, though. After so many years trying to finish school, even the professors know me.
No, Lokilani's the one who mentioned you.
Lokilani's one hot babe, eh? She's like totally for my bones, mate. But don't tell Kai or he'll go aggro.
Okay. Hey, I haven't introduced myself. My name is...
I heard that, bro. You just told Brian that Lokilani thinks you're the kind. And no one's gonna swallow that, bro.
He is like totally full of himself sometimes. He thinks the fact that some shark chowed down on his paw is enough to impress a Betty like... Wait, what did Lokilani say about me?
Not much. She just said you're crazy about surfing.
How could I not? I was born in Byron Bay.
Where?
Byron Bay, in Australia, mate. The place with the bitchinest airs on the planet, buddy boy. Thing is, when I was a kid, I didn't like surfing. I was all into underwater diving. California's where I got all hyped on surfing, but crikey, over there in Cali, it's majorly packed. You know you gotta reserve a wave at least 2 days in advance.
No, I didn't. Hard to believe.
I'm telling you, and don't think that means you get to ride it alone. Nah, they rent it out to so many mates at once you feel like you're surfing in a public toilet.
So of course you decided to come here for the peace and quiet.
For Kai, too. When I was a freshman in Surf and Sciences, I saw him do a demo in a video. And it was so gnarly that I dropped out of college to become a student. Kai rules, mate. People say he's a bum just because he spends 16 hours a day resting. But all the masters have to meditate.
I guess that video was recorded before he lost his leg, right?
Negative, mate. The most awesome thing is that his mastery's greater with that iron leg than most people with... Hey, you're not trying to get him to give you classes, are you?
Don't worry, surfing's not my thing.
You're not into surfing? Whoa, what's up with that? I knew there were some freaks out there, but... So, what brings you to Mala then?
Before, you said you studied surfing at the university.
Full on, mate. Since people spent all day on the beach and the classrooms were empty, the uni decided to dream up some more interesting majors and the students were majorly stoked. It was mythical, mate. I, for instance, signed up for 14 different majors. From skating sciences to applied Tai Chi, plus adventure sports theory and practicum and California punk aesthetics. I didn't go to class much, but it was cool to say your major was one of those rad subjects.
Loki Lonnie told me you have a motorboat.
Loki Lonnie's a sweet babe, ain't she? So what about the motorboat?
I think you used the motorboat to look for waves on the nearby islands.
No, that was before. The guys in green told me they'll whip out their guns and shoot me if I use it. They must hate surfing so much that one of them says he wants to fly over the beach in a helicopter while I'm surfing. And use me for target practice. People are just totally wacko.
Could I borrow your motorboat?
My regrets, mate. If those army thugs catch you, they'll rough you up and leave me boatless. Then forget looking for waves, cars, classes, and everything surfing means. Plus, just this morning I tuned it up, and I don't want you screwing it up.
What does everything surfing means stand for, if I may ask?
Mate, surfing is a philosophy of life. On the one hand, it forces you to let yourself get carried away by the currents of nature. And on the other, it makes you control the situation so you won't wipe out. To achieve that, which is the essence of surfing, you just need two things: balance and foresight. 3 days, mate. 3 days without riding a wave.
Balance and... Hold on a minute, Knife. We'll talk later.
All right, mate. You're in charge. Hey, do me a favor. Don't go into my hut, because my kid's in there flipping out with a console I picked up while we were having breakfast at Lokilani's. And now that he's quiet for once, we better just leave him alone, in case he decides to come out and ruin this peaceful moment.
Balance and foresight. Those are the exact words Lokilani used when she mentioned the bucking bronco. If I can convince him that he can practice surfing on it, then maybe he'll lend me his motorboat. The bad thing is that Lokilani says it hasn't been working for a long time. Sure, I doubt Knife would mind. It's a good rope. Seems strong. Perfect complexion ink, talcum powder. It might come in handy. I don't know why they say talcum powder smells like babies. To me, it smells like talcum powder. Something happened before, and I just don't get it. While I was talking with Knife, Kai called me by my name, but I'd swear I'd never mentioned it. I'll go ask him about it. Excuse me for bothering you, Kai.
Aloha, Brian.
But how do you know my name?
You mean you never mentioned it?
Not as I remember.
Well, I must have heard it around town, brah.
That's funny, 'cause I just got to this island.
Welcome, then. Do you plan on sticking round, brah?
No way. I'm just passing through. Or more like I just dropped in by chance.
No, stay as long as you want, brah. I like it when you Malihini come to live here. As long as you don't make noise, and you let me meditate in peace. There's fewer and fewer of us who speak Hawaiian, though, and it's sad to see the traditions disappear. I bet you don't even know that Mala, the name of the island, means garden.
I'd love to learn Hawaiian, but I have no time to waste.
Hang loose, brah. Nothing in life is worth running away. First, you have to ask yourself about the mana'o and things. What they truly mean. And the best way to do that is to lay down and take a load off for a while.
Darn, the main reason I came was to ask you a few questions.
Whatever you want, brah.
Do you know if there's any way into the military camp without being seen?
Not a one, brah. Those soldiers are as wa'awa'iki as they seem. They set up around the Tiki Temple, and that place is practically impenetrable.
I've heard you're a surfing hero, even though you're missing a leg.
No big deal, brah. People who don't think exaggerate all the time. Lots of talking, lots of hurrying, and little meditating. People should spend more time lying in a hammock. Plus, if that shark hadn't gnawed my leg off, nobody would talk about me.
It must be hard to live with a prosthetic leg.
Maybe at first. Until you find someone missing the opposite leg who has the same taste in shoes as you. So just imagine, I'm saving a fortune.
What a faux pas, that shark mess.
Not as much as you'd think. Since then, I look at things from a much calmer perspective. And I appreciate certain things I wasn't interested in before. I got my parents' house back and moved into it. I took Knife in as a student to convey my knowledge to him, and I started to study my own island, its past, its animal life, its customs. But mainly it helped me discover my true calling, meditating.
I'm curious about your peg leg.
It's a leg made of flexible black metal, especially for athletes. But I don't think you can see it, brah. Knife's kid Koala stole it from me this morning. The little rugrat was playing with the sand, and I guess he used it as a shovel. Who knows where he hid it?
Getting back to what we were discussing, according to Lokelani, your grandpa was a witch doctor.
Nani Koki, Lokelani, huh? Yeah, my grandpa and my great-grandpa before him was the island's official kahuna and official witch doctor of the poultry god. His specialty was bringing poultry shop chickens back to life.
Is it true that if a bird dropped dead, your grandpa could revive it?
That was his specialty as a kahuna. He was called Kini Papa Moa, which means something like king of the sick poultry. He was so famous they showed him on TV around the world, until the National Bird Lovers Association denounced mistreatment of our fine feathered friends, and he was never allowed to revive a bird again. Then he started learning Reiki to use as a hangover remedy, but he never seemed to be very good at it. Maybe it's 'cause he only had one hand.
I guess you must know a thing or two about witch doctoring.
My grandfather would always take me to his Hawaii, his ritual hut, which is where he would teach me everything a good kahuna should know. Sharks are the spirits of our ancestors. To revive a bird, add a bit of this and a dash of that. Do this, do that.
So, your great-grandpa was a witch doctor too?
Yeah, brah, they say he was a specialist in hearing the future through the sound of waves. Though I've also heard he was born without one of his ears.
What does Nani Koki mean, referring to Lokelani?
Pretty much the same as Hilu Hilu. But Lokelani is much more than that. You gotta admit that Kio Kio has turned into one real huilau. I'm just saying that 'cause that nice fat manu she has, and that incredibly uli pair of pekekeu, get my mind to think of nothing but lele, lele, and more lele.
I'm not sure, but that sounded a bit gross.
Why? It's just that the girl has turned into a true pet fanatic, which is just 'cause of that big fat parrot she has, with that incredibly wide pair of wings that get my mind to think of nothing but flying, flying, and more flying. What did you think I meant, bro?
Me? Nothing. But I still don't know what it means if you say Lokelani is Nani Koki.
Heck if I know. Oh yeah, I think it means the same thing as when Knife says she's a hot babe. Or something like that.
Maybe we should talk about witch doctoring some other day.
Alright, bro.
What does that word bra mean that you say so often?
I wouldn't know how to translate it, bro. Hold on, maybe Knife knows. Listen, bro.
What do you want, mate?
Hey, how would you translate bra, bro?
I don't know, mate.
Think harder, bro.
Hey, the one who speaks the Hawaiian lingo is you, mate.
Yeah, but I want to know how to say bra in your language.
No, mate, I don't know what bra means.
You sure, bro?
Don't go aggro on me, mate.
I can't stand the way that bra's always saying mate all the time. Sorry, Brian. You're just gonna have to find out then.
I'll just keep strolling around the island.
Aloha kaua, Brian. I'm just gonna keep meditating for a while.
There's a cute little miniature-sized dock, and a motorboat which, of course, must be the one that belongs to Knife. I'll go look.
It's pretty small, but I'm not exactly going on a cruise. It most likely belongs to Knife. I'll take it. Knife probably won't mind. Not much in it. Wrenches and screwdrivers and things like that. But some tools is better than no tools. Hey, that might actually work. Now I just need to mix this properly. I don't see the reason for doing that. I'd better not get too close. It's full of sap. The sap isn't quite gum Arabic, but it should work. I hope the cap doesn't come off, or I can say goodbye to my pocket and everything in it. And now, shake up the concoction a bit, make sure it's nice and compact, and presto! A real, genuine, homemade piece of chalk made in the true Brian Basco style. Yes, that way he can climb up the trees and I can get rid of him. Just watch how riled up he gets. O'Connor, I have something for you.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Oh man, I'll have to make this a bit more obvious. Soldier, let's see if you're as big a man as you say. Grab that rope and climb that tree, now!
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, now is the time. I bet he won't notice. Mine.
I sure hope O'Connor doesn't notice it's missing. Not having doors is a bummer, unless you don't mind falling out of a Hummer.
Now's my chance. It has all the power I need, and then some. I'll just use it for a sec, and he probably won't notice.
Well, it seems like O'Connor is none the wiser, but...
That way I'll tie up all my loose ends, 'cause you never know, I may use it again. Just in time, O'Connor's coming back. I'll just be sliding back over to where I was.
Done, sir.
Did you hear anything strange while you were up there, soldier?
Just some vehicles off in the distance, sir. But allow me to correct you. You climb a tree to see, not to hear, sir.
All right, O'Connor. At ease.
They must lead to the basement. They don't look like they weigh too much. Jeez, looks like we're making some progress. Whoa, dude! It's too dark from up here, and my spiky hair is blocking the sunlight. I'll go down and see if there's a better view from inside. Okay, down we go. As expected, I can't see a thing, but I guess my eyes will slowly adjust. It looks like a storeroom for keeping old junk. I can hardly see my hand in front of my face, but let's take a look. Holy mother of... I think a sack full of sand just fell on my head or something like that. And that rod of iron I just ran into. Hey, it's a metal detector. I'm definitely holding on to that for later use. Plus, I'll avoid having it fly into my face again. Ouch, that hurt! The worst thing about these tumbles is you get struck by all the objects you're carrying. And I don't exactly walk around empty-handed. It's running and producing power. It's probably providing electricity to everyone on the beach. It looks like you can turn the electricity on and off for several places on the beach from here. As far as I can see, there are 6 switches for 6 specific places, plus the general circuit breaker. I hope it lasts longer than that other piece of chalk. Here you go, mister. Now we can continue our little chat. Now, where were we? A girlfriend of mine fell into the lake. Are you sure you haven't seen her? Very sure. What are you doing here? I have a mission to accomplish. What kind of mission do you mean, if I may ask? You may not. If you have a mission, then you're not a monk, you're a missionary.
And you are a twit. Maybe it'd be better to change the subject. Okay. Father, I have sinned. What are you telling me for? What a useless monk. I am no monk. Are you mute or just pretending? Long time since I used earthling speech organs. Earthling? Don't tell me you come from another planet. Rather not say where I've been. And what speech organs do you use then? Gills? I best with extraterrestrial ones. Are you sure you and I have never talked before? Lately, I only use telepathy. Boggles the mind, huh? Where have I heard that phrase before? Wait a sec. Boggles the mind. Hey, I got it. You're Joshua.
Of course, Joshua Nakayama Smith, to be precise. I know you.
Hey, but you can talk. Why didn't you before now?
My cocoa-fords must adopt to Earthling atmosphere. So long since I talk, I hardly remember. However, I hear my name and I remember how to talk.
Don't you remember me? I'm Brian.
Brian. The famous ufologies.
No, I'm Brian.
Brian Scolari, that retarded anti-UFO moron.
No, Brian Basco. Don't you remember me?
I don't know. You score, you not surely, cause you look like really retarded moron.
Sure, Joshua. Hey, about those extraterrestrials and telepathy, that was just your imagination, right?
I knew it. Typical skeptical lies from moron like Scullery.
Give it up already. That's not me. You and I are pals.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I believe you.
I remember you were great with your hands. Could you help me fix a bucking bronco?
You brought a problem, Scullery? I not give you water in desert.
Give me a full explanation about this other planet now.
As if I were going to explain it to you, you moron.
I'll help you get in contact with the extraterrestrials.
Oh, yeah? Tell me how.
I met you in a crater near Douglasville. I remember your name means liberation.
Big deal. Anyone could know that.
I helped you fix your contacting machine with a bicycle chain and a 10-gauge wrench.
Yeah, I think I remember you. You sure that was you?
You had a telepathic helmet to communicate with UFOs and that kind of stuff.
It's true. Whatever happened to it?
I figured out the musical password which, according to you, opened the dimensional gateway. Then you rose into the sky wrapped in a halo of light and said, "You don't know how much love I'm taking with me, Brian."
Oh yeah, now I remember everything. Oh, but you look so different, Brian. I remember you much less debonair and a bit more geeky. So tell me, what do you want to know, my friend?
I remember you were great with your hands. Could you help me fix a bucking bronco?
I'm really sorry, Brian, but I gotta leave as soon as the boat arrives from Honolulu. I have to accomplish my mission.
Give me a full explanation about this other planet now.
I probably shouldn't explain it to you, but I guess I wouldn't have gotten there without your help. The Trantorians abducted me and took me to their planet where they opened my mind, sublimated my spirit, and taught me to communicate by telepathy without using my contacting helmet. My preliminary attempts, more than telepathic, seemed as telepathic as the summertime TV schedule. But now I have a good command of the skill.
I don't believe in telepathy too much, but you could do a little demo.
Prepare me some wine tasting with cheese and crackers. Isn't that what you were going to say?
Well, not exactly, but you might say you were right. That telepathy gimmick is just a trick to get gullible people to give you their money.
This is just a shtick to get more people to say you're funny. Isn't that what you were thinking?
Basically, yes. But I think so quietly that you must not have heard me right. If you're so good at telepathy, you must be the envy of gamblers and politicians.
You must see the entrails of lawyers and beauticians. Ha! 100 points for Joshua!
I'm not criticizing you, but let's leave it at 50. Joshua, I don't like it when people guess my thoughts.
Dracula, I won't bite their wounds when they are gushing. I am such a good telepathographer. Alpha would be so proud of me.
Yes, Joshua, you're a great mind reader. Hey, Joshua, getting back to what we were discussing.
Heading back to with our concussion. Pardon me, but you say the silliest things. Look, I'm gonna stop telepathizing with you. You're driving me nuts. Okay, changing subjects. Let's see if you can focus here.
So, why did you return to Earth?
I came along with a team of scientists from the planet Trantor on a routine mission. But it looks like things have taken a bizarre turn and, well, but Alpha, the big mucky muck on the ship, has given me a mission of vital importance to mankind. Or something like that. I must find a guy named Professor Simon and deliver a message to him. I'll go out in search of him as soon as the boat gets me off this island. You could come with me, Brian.
I hope that Simon is a psychiatrist, because you need one, and a good one.
You're starting to talk like your namesake Scullery, which makes me very sad.
I need you to fix the bucking bronco. Otherwise, I can't help you.
Well, I have always been good at doing odd jobs around the house. Let's make a little trade-off. I'll help you with the bronco, and you help me with my mission, okay?
I don't know. I may find a way out of here before the boat gets here. Yeah, if you fix the bucking bronco, I'll get you off the island and take you wherever you want.